Priscilla.
Hey, Priscilla.
Pull
Can
your,
see your face.
pull your thing back.
Priscilla, you also need to speak so we can see your face, darling.
Okay, well, Natalie's probably got it on the other one, so you guys, yeah, okay. Here I am, pulling my hair.
Oh. So the difference I can see with yours is so much more structured than Nat's. It goes up to a point. You like to keep things more structured. Okay, you have to speak so I can see you because I'm looking at Nat now.
Okay, change it to gallery view.
You need to change it to gallery view on top.
So you've got all four photographs, all four pictures.
Okay. Oh, that's much better.
Yeah. Oh.
It's also quite jagged around that hairline up the top there. So even though she's got the structure with that squarish shaped hairline, she also likes to push the boundaries. So she's not a black and white thinker either, even though there's that structure there.
The interesting thing for me is actually the flow that happens from your mind down into your heart. So for me, the distinctive thing is how the energy rises like this and then it flows back down straight away. And that's the shape of your forehead as well as the shape of the forehead and the way it flows down your face. So if you can see mine flows straight into my eyes, but yours flows down the sides. So I also look for energy flow. So as your heart rises, it hits this top experience, connection with your mind, and then it flows back down. So it's almost like this heart, mind, heart, mind, heart, mind. So your mind actually doesn't sit by itself. It actually, it's in this constant engagement with your heart.
Mm.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like your mind is going into your acts of service, because these would be your arms, and it's your focus in life. It's like before even Jillian said that, I was like, look at the line, the light here in your third eye or in your observation brow. It's almost like it funnels here into your observation brow and does come around and filter in to support your heart. So it's like that's your primary focus. Insight, intuition, and acts of service, because the arms. That's what I felt when you said that, Jill, and now I'm looking at it.
And also the jagged hairline gives you an idea that she has quite a rebellious mind, which doesn't always happen into the physical. It happens in the heart. So she will look for that rebellious mind in on behalf of others. So like you were saying, Bianca, acts of service. So that rebellious mind goes in service for others, to stand up for them and have a voice for them.
Yeah. And look at the openness here, the space between the eyebrows, or the eye point rather, because the eyebrow points change, but the eyes and that space there, it's like an openness, open-mindedness that she has at that observation level.
But the open...
Yeah, hers is here.
Yeah, so for her, it's also a connection internally. It's not necessarily externally. So the emotional stuff comes up from the inside into the mind, processes, and then comes back into acts of service. So it's almost this internal process, whereas Natalie's was this inspirational process. So it comes downwards. Priscilla's comes upwards into her mind.
It's amazing watching your face change too as you're receiving the information, and the redness come up and then the energy flow.
And also it's got like quite a flat face in terms of all of it. She's receiving all the information on all fronts at once. Whereas for me, my eyes are back here, my nose is up here. You know, Priscilla's like very open.
Can you just turn your head on the side so we can just see your side your profile on the forehead. So you can see on Priscilla's forehead how her eyebrow ridge sits forward, and then it rises fractionally, but then it flows backwards. Natalie, can you turn around so we can see yours? A bit too far, Dal. So see Natalie's, hers works a lot faster. So she actually sees a vision and then she takes action and moves on to the next thing. Whereas Priscilla takes a little bit more time once she sees the vision to process, and then she takes action. So she would move a little bit slower in her mind than what Natalie would. And then if you have a look at mine,
Woo!
I take a lot longer than everyone. I take a long time to process. How about you, Bianca? You
No,
just
you
turn
really
your
want
head
to
on the
see.
side.
It's sideways, yeah.
So she's actually got a fast mind process. She's got very similar to Natalie. So her mind actually processes really quickly, but you can see in the middle of her forehead there, that ridge, it comes from her eyebrows, but then it has this sort of lump in the middle, and that's her memory zone. She remembers things a lot. There's a lot of deep, dark, long remembered things. Whereas Natalie's is vision into action almost instantly. It's not really the memory thing that works with her. And Priscilla has that memory aspect, but Priscilla moves slower than Bianca. And I move the slowest.